Hafide, everybody. I'm Jason Silas. Welcome to the show. If you're streaming us on YouTube or watching us on TEU MTV8, thank you so much for doing so. We got a lot to get to tonight, and we start out with the Guam Cursillo movement having a men's weekend. My buddies James and Eugene are here, and we are going to talk about this wonderful faith-based organization that talks about men's issues, obviously. So James, Hafide, welcome back.
Oh, thank you. Thank you for having us.
All right, and Gene, always a pleasure to see you.
Thank you.
Welcome to Harmon. So if we can talk about exactly, is there a theme, James, that we're working with this year? Because it is the 50th one.
Right, but it's actually not specifically towards men's issues.
Okay.
Because we do women's weekend as well.
Okay.
Yeah. So Guam Cursillo, the word Cursillo actually means short course, and so what we do is centered around all these weekends that we do. Mm-hmm. And we during the weekend we don't describe exactly what happens in these weekends for a reason, and we usually say, well, what do we say? We say you have to live the weekend, right? So,
okay. So it's kind of like when guests come in here to do like the interview, we tell them not to over prepare and not to kind of like get in a certain mindset and everything. Just come and let it be really organic.
Come in and we basically, like I said, it's like a course, right? So we give the participants tools that they need with the hopes that they go back with these tools and become leaders in the church, in the Catholic Church. Okay.
Well, Gene, since it is a Catholic-driven event, faith-based, as I said, will there be scripture passed or sermons being said that reinforce the message, whatever that's going to be?
Well, we have talks that go out through the whole weekend in the retreat, and there are other times when we have time for prayer. So there'll be opportunities for them to learn about our faith, and it's to help you develop a closer relationship with Christ. Because when we go to church, sometimes we think we go to church, hear Father talk. He tells us what we should or should not be doing, and then we go home, and that's it. Sometimes that's the perspective for a lot of Catholics is, well, I did my obligation. We want to go beyond that. And in Cursillo, we encourage you to come along and join us so you can see that there's more depth in our faith. And many times, they're not looking deep enough to see the true flavor of our faith. And Catholicism has a lot to offer us. As they say, there's an Eastern and Western church. Well, there's more to our church than we think now. So a lot of our people are not always taking the time to study scripture, to learn how to pray in different ways. Like how many people, even up to this day, don't really know how to pray the rosary? They don't even know what day of the week it is, nor what type of mystery they're supposed to be doing during those days. So each day, try ask anyone, are you Catholic? Do you know the luminous mysteries? Because every Thursday, they're not sure.
That's a good point.
And it changes every day.
Yeah. Well, James, we live in remarkable times, obviously, right now. I know before when there have been events like this, it would say the role of the man in the family unit and in the community. Typically, you're the protector, you're the breadwinner. The mother is stereotypically more matriarchal, take care of the kids and that things. But we live in incredible evolutionary times where you've got female empowerment and everything like that, and roles are changing.
Right.
So has the curriculum, let's call it, has adapted to the changing environment?
Actually, not really. The reason why these weekends are done the way they are, and they've been going on since, what do we say, 1940s in Mallorca, Spain, and that's where it started. And then it got here 50 years ago, because we're also celebrating our 50th year, by the way. It's a proven course, a proven technique, so much so that even other denominations have adopted that same technique and used the Cursillo methods and actually use the Cursillo name. So sometimes when someone says they're Cursillo, nowadays it's not based just for Catholics. So like in Australia, I think there are Anglican or something like that. Yeah, it's a different, and there's a reason, because the system works.
It's a proven method.
Yes.
Okay, so that being said, who is able to participate? Because it sounds like obviously the message is very, very broad and would affect a great number of people, but
well, the ones that we're doing now is intended for practical Catholics who are close to the church. You don't necessarily have to be very close, but a lot of those who are already participating and supporting their parish are invited to come along and be a part of it, because they're already kind of been developing themselves as leaders. And so what we want to develop is better leaders to go back into the community, into their parish, and share more tools with their own people. How many of you, when you go home, you know that you have the Bible right next to your bed, you do that? A lot of us do, but sometimes that's a Gideon Bible or some other Bible. It's not necessarily Catholic.
That you picked up at the
Yeah, it's
hotel.
like,
you
I
know, when
thought,
you were passing through on a
it's
business
like,
trip.
oh, I
yeah.
thought it was nice. It was nice size, this type, that, and they're not really realizing that the interpretations, translations are all different. And so if you pick up King James, fine, that's good. But the thing is, you need to start with something and know that you have a Catholic Bible because you're Catholic. Yeah. So when you go to church and you look at it and you're matching, you wonder why Father's saying, reading a different gospel, and it's like, oh, it doesn't say that in the gospel. Well, you would only know if you participate like in a weekend where you know that we talk about some of this stuff.
But at minimum, though, you know, above 18, you have to be able to receive the sacraments. That's important because we have mass every day while we're doing it, and we want you to be able to fully experience the weekend and being able to partake in the sacraments.
All right, very well. How can people register?
Oh, simple. I mean, we're both tech guys, so we have a website, Cursilio Guam, or GuamCursilio.com, and then you can also find us on Facebook, Guam Cursilio Movement.
Oh, very nice. And is there a cost to do this?
No, necessarily not.
Right.
We do accept a donation for it, but generally, no. We have an application online that you can fill out online. You can also download the application and get it filled out. But one of the key things with the application is you have to get the signature of your parish priest. Just to confirm that you can receive the sacrament.
Fair enough. All right, gentlemen, thank you very much for sharing this. This is wonderful.
Appreciate the time.
Right? And good luck with your event.
Thank you very much.
All right, everybody, we will be back right after this. Please stay tuned.